Mmm. What's up guys, I'm Zoe, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be trying Porto's famous bakery and cafe. I am so excited. I am actually obsessed with Porto's. I have had it my whole life and I'm so excited to taste their best items with you guys. Come along with me and let's get started. Porto's Bakery and Cafe was founded by Rosa Porto in 1960. Rosa grew up in Cuba and her life took an unexpected turn when Cuba suddenly fell victim to communism. Her and her family made the difficult decision to leave Cuba, and as a result, Rosa Porto started Porto's Bakery here in Southern California. Porto's currently has 5 locations in California, including Glendale, Burbank, Downey, Buena Park, West Covina, and a 6th is coming up soon in Northridge. Unfortunately, Rosa passed away in 2019, but her legacy lives on with Porto's. Her 3 children and her grandchildren currently run the family business. Alright guys, so the first item we're going to be trying today from Porto's is their famous potato balls. These are deep fried mashed potato balls filled with ground beef, also known as picadillo. Oh my god. I cannot even begin to explain how sensational this potato ball is. It's super crispy and crunchy on the outside since it was deep fried and has these little flakes. Super soft on the inside from the mashed potatoes, and the ground beef picadillo brings it all together. It's so tender, so flavorful. You really taste the meat and all of the spices. It is sensational. You guys have truly not lived your best life until you go to Porto's and get a potato ball. I promise you will thank me later. I'm going to give Porto's potato balls a 9.5 out of 10 stars. All right, next we have Porto's cheese roll. Let's try it out. Wow. First of all, the texture. It reminds me kind of like a puff pastry or a croissant. On the top you have sweet sugar, which makes it kind of hard. And then on the inside you have crispy, flaky layers, which blends so perfectly together with the cream cheese. It's like the best of both worlds. You have the sweet and the salty, or the sweet and the creamy. And that crunch just completely ties it all together. I'm going to give the Porto's cheese roll a 9.5 out of 10 stars. All right, next we have a spinach and feta empanada. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm actually half Cuban and my Spanish roots are definitely coming out right now. I absolutely love a good empanada. This is absolutely fantastic. It's super crunchy and crispy on the outside. I mean, look at those edges. The inside is definitely a little bit more hollow. There isn't as much spinach and feta as I would expect, but it tastes so good. I'm going to give the spinach feta empanada from Porto's an 8 out of 10 stars. All right, next we have Porto's famous guava cheese strudel. This guava jam is so good. It's one of the best jams I've ever had in my life. And this strudel is so flaky. It literally falls apart when I'm eating it. I would never think to put cheese and guava in a pastry together, but you get the sweet from the guava and the cheesy creaminess from the cheese. It kind of reminds me of the balance of flavor in the cheese roll that we had before, but just a little bit different. I would say this one is a little bit sweeter since the guavas are a little sweeter. I'm going to give the cheese guava strudel a 9 out of 10 stars. You guys, I'm starting to go into a Porto's coma, but I'm gonna keep pushing through for you guys. If you can do me a favor and smash that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Next up on our Porto's journey, we have their meat pie. Look at these flaky, crispy layers on the inside on top, and then you have the meat on the bottom layer. It's so crispy. It reminds me of a puff pastry, and the meat inside, I believe, is the same picadillo ground beef that was used in the potato ball. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10 stars. Next, we're going to be trying the chicken empanada. First off, the dough on the chicken empanada is different from the one on the spinach feta empanada. It's not as flaky, and it's definitely a little bit thicker. The filling in this kind of reminds me of like a chicken pot pie, since it has the peas, the carrots, the chicken, more of just like a Cuban version. Instead of having like a chicken sauce, there's definitely some more spices to give it a little bit more flavor in this. I'm going to give the chicken empanada an 8 out of 10 stars. Next, we have this chicken croquette. The texture on the outside of this is the same as the potato ball, super crunchy from the breadcrumbs, and it was deep fried. But then on the inside, it's a little bit different. I don't think there's potatoes on the inside. It's kind of like a blend of chicken and some melted cheese, kind of like a concoction of all these different ingredients. If I had to choose though between this chicken croquette and the potato balls will win all day long. I'm going to give the chicken croquette from Portos an 8 out of 10 stars. To top off our Portos experience, I really wanted to try one of these hazelnut chocolate besito kiss cookies. They look so good. Biting into this cookie, the texture of it reminds me so much of a shortbread cookie, except chocolatey version. It's so rich. And then on the inside, they have this chocolate filling. It kind of reminds me of Nutella. It tastes very much like hazelnut chocolate blended together. I'm going to give this chocolate hazelnut kiss cookie an 8.5 out of 10 stars. All right guys, so out of everything that I tried today at Portos, I do have 2 favorites, and those would have to be the potato balls with the filling inside and the cheese rolls. These items for me are on the top of the list, but honestly, everything at Portos tastes so amazing. I cannot stress it enough. If you haven't been, please go. I promise you will thank me later. Drop a comment down below if you've been to Portos and let me know what your favorite item to get there is. And if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you could consider subscribing to my channel. I have new videos every week, and I'd love for you guys to keep on watching. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.